we have a lot of fun together. And then Coach Frost he makes it a family atmosphere. He makes us all comfortable. And you guys are out at practice. You'll see my 10-year-old on the back of the sled while the guys are hitting it, and it's a really neat thing to be around.
Yeah. Is that a change from maybe previous places you've coached? How much of a change is that?
Yeah, certain places. I mean, I'm getting old enough now with enough what hair I have left is turning gray, but certain places that wasn't necessarily always the case. So it's just awesome to be around, and you gotta, for me, I think it's one of those things you got to realize how good it is while you're there, and I appreciate every day that I get to drag my son around with me and have him be a part of it and see his face when the guys really smash the sled, and it's pretty cool for him, or even worse when they hit it and it's not so good and he gives me a dirty look like, what are you teaching these guys, Dad? So it's really fun to be around.
Coach, appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hey, Coach Dawson, my name is Sam McHugh.
Hi, Sam. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
I wanted to ask you just about your room, and is Ben still in that room now?
Yep.
You guys, okay, so it's an interesting group of guys, right? You've got a pretty good mix of young and old. How's that gone so far?
Yeah, so far it's great. Now I haven't gotten ripped because they weren't doing the right thing at practice or something like that yet, so everything's good right now. But I'm very fortunate. I've walked into a great room, great bunch of guys. They're really eager to learn and figure out what's going on and how they fit and where they're going. So I'm really excited about it. We got some great personalities. They like to have fun, but they also know how to go, okay, it's time to be serious now. Let's go to work. Let's talk about how we're going to win some games. So I'm very excited about the room.
Can you tell the difference between Carlos and Khalil?
Yeah, one has a broken thumb. So those guys are great. They're great examples. They always have a big smile on their face, and they have a lot of fun, and I think really excited about being football players, and they enjoy the process, and they're super hard workers. So I'm excited about getting around those guys and being around them.
In the defense that Coach Chandler wants to run, do you guys ask your guys to kind of hold their ground like a two-gap, or do you want them to more penetrate and get into the back? Yeah,
I would say that we want to physically beat up the man across from us. We want to strike the guy across from us, try to knock him backwards. We are certainly, Barrett Root is very famous, especially here at Nebraska. All-time leading tackler, NFL coach, and he doesn't need to be more famous. I want my guys to make some plays too. So we're going to put them in a position when it's their shot for a TFL or a sack. We got to be able to make and execute what we're doing. So you're going to see us being physical up front. You're going to see us recreating a line of scrimmage and getting after people. And it's an aggressive style defense. So you're going to see us attacking some people. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Are you excited to coach in the Big Ten?
I couldn't be more excited to be at Nebraska. I'm so excited to be coaching in the Big Ten and being a part of this and being a part of the history that's been Nebraska football. So I couldn't be more excited about being here and doing this with Coach Frost and being around this exciting time in the program's history. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
There are teams that Nebraska's going to face every year. I've been watching it now for 6 years. I'm sure you're watching the tape from last year, where all they do is run the ball. That's all they wanted. Is that, as a defensive line coach, that's probably got to tug at the pride heartstrings a little bit. It's just man-to-man, toughness.
Yeah, well, that's what this game is built on. To me, no matter what level you're in, it's a very pass-oriented time in this in the history of the game of football. But also, I think if you really detail it and you look at the teams that are successful, even though there's an illusion of throwing the ball over the place, they still run the ball. If you can't run the ball, you can't win. So to me, if I were in charge of the world, you'd be running the football and trying to smash people and knock them backwards. And our job as defenders is to do the same in reverse. So we have to be able to knock people off the ball, recreate a line of scrimmage, and be able to stop the run.
One more question: Where are your recruiting areas? Where do you recruit?
Yeah, I'm going to recruit the Northeast, so probably just about everything north and east of Ohio would fall under my world. So we'll go out there and try to drag Jackson boys out to the Midwest. They're going to love it.
Hard to recruit New Jersey?
You know what? I've been recruiting New Jersey since 2000, so I've been there a long time. And those guys, the high school coaches in the state of New Jersey, have been awesome to me. I have some great relationships and some really close friends that I've built up over the years, and I look forward to getting out there and seeing those guys all the time. And it's definitely a business. It's a hard part of it, but we try to have some fun too. So there's some great coaches that I'm pretty close with.
Are you doing DMV too, the Virginia, Maryland area?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll sneak down there or not. I'm not as familiar with that area, so we'll see. I'll go wherever Coach tells me to.
Cool. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, no problem.
Your D coordinator says that the 3-4 defense that he runs lives and dies by the nose guard position. Just how important is this defensive line to what you're trying to do in this system?
Yeah, I'd like to think that the defensive line is an important part of it. We kind of are going to set the tone, and it's going to start with our physicality up front and being able to stop the run, and then be able to transition when it's time to get after the quarterback in a pass game. So we wear a couple different hats. I think that that's an important piece of it, and we're going to set the tone for the defense with our physicality, and how physical we are or not is going to have a direct reflection on how good we are on defense or not. So it's really important.
A lot of returners. You got Mick, you got the Davis twins, you have Freedom, you have the other Davis. What have you seen from this group of guys just through the early workouts?
So far, this has been a great group. Tremendous attitude. These guys have a lot of fun together. They have a lot of respect for each other. You can see that right off the bat. And then the biggest thing with them, they're hungry to be successful. They want to get after it. They want to do what you're asking them to do. They want to learn the scheme. They've had a great attitude, nothing but positivity. They're working super hard in the weight room with Coach Duval and his staff. So they're getting physically stronger. They're improving themselves mentally by learning the scheme. So we got to tie the whole thing together, and hopefully when we go out there on Friday, we look like we know what we're doing.
I'm sure you heard of things about this D-line and watched a little tape on them before you got here, but what really surprised you or caught you off guard about this group when you got here?
I think that I told those guys we're starting over. We got a clean slate. I'm new. You guys are new to me, and vice versa. So the biggest thing with this group is just how much they wanted to dive in. From the first day, they wanted to know the entire playbook in the first meeting. And I kind of had to pull the reins back on them and say, okay, we're going to start it like this, and we'll teach you the scheme. We'll make sure you know what we're doing, but we're going to detail it. We're not going to jam it all down your throat in one shot. But they're super hungry to get started, and they want to know where they're going, and we're going to be flying around on Friday.
For the D-line in particular, how important is it to put on the pads and actually see what they got on the field?
Yeah, I think that for the football team, it's important to put the pads on and be able to see what it's going to look like when the pads are clicking. I think that there's a certain element to putting those, just having the mindset, okay, helmets and shoulder pads are on, and we're ready to go, and we're going to be physical and see who can line up and look someone in the eye and knock them backwards. And that's what we're going to try to do, and I think that's going to let us know where we stand as a team.